About Facebook and shenanigans going on that seem to have an end game that's appears to be bringing Facebook back to what Facebook wanted to be initially, except that people with intelligence like you and I took Facebook and transported it somewhere else where they didn't want to go, turning it into in many cases a useful or a valuable forum for discussion. I have noticed more and more that when I use Facebook on my desktop or my laptop, it's terrible. It's always having problems. It's slow, it's crashing, it's not working, and so on. I go to my phone, my Android, I don't know how it is on the iPhone, but it runs beautifully, it runs perfect. Now, it's almost like Facebook has stopped servicing or looking after or maintaining or upgrading their desktop or laptop version of the program on your computer screen, and where the phone version runs like a dream. Now, the only reason I can see why they do this is that they want people using Facebook on the phones, because on a phone it's very difficult to have an intelligent conversation. It's all about hitting the like, love buttons and all this other kind of nonsense and putting in emoticons. Where on the desktop version, because you have a keyboard on your laptop or your PC, you can have a discussion which is going on in many groups that are often hidden or closed or private groups or something more open, where people are actually having proper forum discussions. This is the nightmare that Facebook has always been terrified of, because they do not want their platform being about discourse, discussion, conversation and learning. They want it about narcissistic self-gratitude and selling advertisements based upon that. Wham bam, thank you bang good, or thank you wish, this kind of thing. Now, the Instagram is basically, you can see where that's where Facebook wants to go. Instagram should be a nice program of photographs. Essentially, it's basically a monument to narcissism and to validation. People just want you to tell them, click on their picture and tell them how sexy or good looking or beautiful or wonderful they are. What Facebook used to be when younger people were on it. Young people have abandoned Facebook for two reasons. One, they're trying to hide their private lives from their parents and their older peers. And secondly, a lot of them don't want to talk. They want to just point love hearts or hot symbols or on pictures of men or women and this kind of thing. So Instagram is perfect for that instant sort of superficial gratification. Facebook, it seems to be that they are deliberately not looking after the laptop and the PC versions for the simple function of they don't want anyone using it. They want this all on an Instagram version of Facebook where it's purely about clicking likes and seeing ads. I can't think of no other reason for it, which is unfortunate because there has been a coup upon Facebook. Fuckers like us who can think for ourselves have actually made Facebook really, really good. Facebook is a very good open discussion forum now for many of us who get all kinds of things out of our system, have long discourse and dialogues about various issues, sharing videos and so on. It really, really is working great for that now. Finally, the days of just people only putting a picture of their dinner on Facebook or putting a selfie, an endless that doesn't really exist so much anymore on Facebook. It's all gone to Instagram. It's all gone to that end of the things. And Facebook is now left with us freaks and insurgents who have made it our bitch, and they don't like being our bitch. And so what they're trying to do is make it as difficult and frustrating to use as possible, which shows the absolute fear and terror they have of people thinking, talking and being involved in discourse and other conventions of dialogue amongst themselves that go beyond self-absorbed, narcissistic, superficial desires and inclinations and needs that they require. And I find that on one hand frustrating, but on another hand quite heartening, because it just goes to show how many people can be woken up by something like Facebook, even though Facebook did everything it could to maintain this superficial, pointless, twee, narcissistic piece of superficial nowhere land that they wanted it to be. They've done it to Instagram. Instagram should be a beautiful site of wonderful photographs. It's not. And that's what they want. I can eventually see the point where they will stop looking after the laptop and the PC version, and it'll just go to phones, and then they will do something. Then that phone version will slowly migrate to something as basic as Instagram. We're winning, but it's frustrating too, because every time we win is another chance they get to F us in the A. Thank you.